Hoy traemos una historia de un amigo, un conocido que tengo este día de hoy. Como hemos venido hablando de este video que hemos querido grabar este video, así que hoy vamos a comenzar con un testimonio muy poderoso que va a cambiar muchas vidas. Así que si tú escuchas este testimonio y tú piensas que va a ser de bendición para otras vidas, compártelo. Y te vamos a pedir que si nos das un me gusta y que te suscribas a este canal. Y así le voy a presentar ahora a mi amigo que tengo aquí presente. Danny, introduce yourself.
How you doing? I'm Daniel, and I'm here with my good friend Adonis.
Daniel Shear.
Daniel Chu.
Daniel Shear. I know Daniel Shear for about 3 years. It's a good guy, hardworking guy. So he's gonna be telling his testimony right now. And first question I want to ask you, Daniel, how was your childhood?
My childhood growing up was kind of difficult. Uh, Living with a single parent mother who was raising seven kids, I want to say. Back and forth from my father to my mother throughout the years until the age of 11. Then I finally got to go live with my mother permanently, and I never see my father again.
When was the last time you see your father?
Uh, I want to say 1977.
1977. How old you was?
I think I was 11.
11. Wow.
Yes, and it didn't bother me though. It didn't really bother me because I was more happier with my mother.
Yeah.
You know, because that's where all my whole family was. My brothers and sisters was with my mother, and the the rest of my family were with my grandparents. Because my mother had 10 kids. She had 8 boys and 2 girls. So my 2 oldest brothers lived with my grandparents.
Okay.
And the rest of us lived with my mother.
Wow.
Growing up as a kid, I always felt different than others. You know, I was a skinny little kid, you know, and I always had to feel like I had to impress the older kids. You know, I got into a lot of fights in school because because I was little.
Yeah.
And everybody used to, try to pick on me. And,
Yeah.
So I would fight, and I got aggressive as a kid. And that's what led me to end up back in my mother's house because I got in a fight. I want to say I was in the second grade.
Yeah.
At the age of 11, and I punched a kid in the mouth and knocked his fillings out.
Wow.
And his father was suing my dad.
Wow.
For the fillings in his teeth.
Wow.
You know. So my dad was like, I can't have this. You know. You're getting out of control. Do you want to go live with your mother? I said, Dad, I want to go live with my mom. And he's like, all right, I'll take you this weekend. And he took me, and I never seen him again.
So that was the last time you saw your father. Wow. You was 11 years old.
I was 11 years old.
Wow. So what? When was the first time then you get started using the drugs?
I want to say probably around the age 14.
14.
Yeah, 13, 14 years old. My older brother Tommy used a lot of drugs.
Yeah.
And God rest his soul, he died in 2005.
Your brother?
My brother. He passed away in 2005 because of his addiction to opiates. I started using drugs at the age of probably 13. I was smoking a little weed.
Yeah.
And I wasn't much into drinking then. And
what year was that?
What year was that?
Yeah. You remember or not?
19, wait, probably like 11. Let's see. 12, 13, 14. 1979.
1979.
Yeah, I was about 13 or 14.
Yeah, drugs wasn't too bad like they are now.
They're
Right?
not bad like, yeah, they wasn't
You
bad
know,
like they are
they're
now.
still bad. You know, still bad back in the days, and now, but they are worse. You know, because they put in a lot of things on it.
Yeah, yeah. They have fentanyl nowadays.
Yeah.
Back then they had heroin
Yeah,
and cocaine and, you know, marijuana, and they had Quaaludes,
yeah.
Tuinol.
So you start using weed,
I started experimenting with marijuana.
marijuana.
And as time progressed, I say by the age of 15, I started drinking a little bit,
Yeah.
you know, acting up in school. Got to the point where I didn't go to school no more. I would just wouldn't show up for school. I'd leave the house, go to school, and just wouldn't go.
Okay.
And back then they weren't too bad on you. Like nowadays, parents can end up in jail if their
Yeah.
kids are not going to school.
Yeah.
Back then, it wasn't like that.
Yeah. Now everything changed now.
Yeah, everything's changed now.
Yeah.
Back then, they used to paddle you
Yeah.
in school with a paddle, the principal,
Yeah.
if you were doing things wrong. And I ended up in the principal's office quite often,
Really?
and I got paddled
Okay.
quite often.
So you start using weed at the age of 14, right?
13, 14.
13, 14.
Yeah.
And what's the next drug you started using?
My next drug was cocaine.
Wow.
I started getting into cocaine, I want to say, around 16, the end of 16. Yeah. And I met a group of guys, or a couple friends, should I say, my two buddies,
Yeah.
Ricky and Chris Bass, and they were heavy into cocaine, and we started experimenting and using needles, and
Yeah.
shooting cocaine, and it got out of control. By the age of 17, which would be around 1983,
Yeah.
I was bad in shooting cocaine.
Yeah.
By 1984, the drug crack cocaine came out. We thought it was the best thing happening in the whole world.
Yeah.
It was easy to get, cheaper to get, and we started smoking it. Crack cocaine at the age of 17, the end of 17, and that led up into a world of how can I say, deceivingness, crime.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. You showed me the picture of last time you were arrested
on a high speed chase.
on the high speed chase. What year was that?
That was probably a few years back, 2017.
2017. That was the last time
That was the last time I was incarcerated.
you on custody.
Yes, that was the last time I
So
broke the law.
So you say you've been incarcerated, and when was the first time you went to jail?
The first time I went to jail was as a juvenile.
Juvenile.
Yeah, I was 15 years old.
15. Wow.
15 years old, I was incarcerated in and out of detention center, at drug programs.
Yeah.
I ended up in some like halfway houses as a kid.
Okay.
They call them group homes. For juveniles, they were group homes. Nowadays, they call them halfway houses and sober living. But back then, they were group homes because they felt that the parent couldn't control their kid, so they sent you to a group home.
Wow.
And I ended up in a group home a couple times, but I would run away and go back to my mom.
Okay.
You know, and the last time I was in a group home, I ran away. I was still still juvenile, probably like 16.
Okay.
I was in a group home, and I ran away. And by the time I was 18, they couldn't do nothing about it no more.
Really?
I was an adult.
Yeah.
I was
an
adult
adult.
by then.
Yeah.
But yeah. So the age of 18 was the first time I ended up in Department of Corrections.
Yeah.
Which is prison.
Yeah.
I ended up Hillsborough Correctional in Florida.
Okay.
It was a youth. They call it youth offender camp. That means
Yeah.
kids from 18 to 25.
Okay.
And I want to say I spent like 7 months there, and then I ended up going to work release.
Yeah.
And by that time, all I lived for back then was to get high. It's all I thought. I thought everybody got high. So
Yeah.
you know, so I ended up going to work release. I was at work release for about 3 weeks, and I escaped. I went out the back way and just got out of there. And I went, and I had a girlfriend at the time. I took her car from her,
Yeah.
and the cops were looking for me for escape. I was at my buddy's house, Chris, and my girlfriend called up and said, "Hey, have you seen Danny?" And he's like, "Yeah, he's sitting right here." And she sent the cops over.
Wow.
And I came out of the house. I got in the car to leave, and the cops surrounded me.
Wow.
Took me back to prison for escape. And
How much time did you do in prison? Uh, in and out.
22 years.
22 years.
22 years.
Wow.
In and out.
22 years in prison.
Yeah, I've been to prison 7 times. State of Florida.
Half of your life.
Most of my life.
Most of your life. Yeah. Wow. How was your mom feeling about it? Of you using drugs at the age of 14, getting in trouble, going to jail?
My mom was disappointed in me. I'm
Yeah.
sure of that.
Yeah.
I really don't know how she felt
Yeah.
inside, but my mom used drugs too.
Oh, wow. Wow.
I want to say everybody in my family used
Wow.
drugs.
Wow.
And,
So you came from a family that everybody was using drugs.
yes.
Wow. But look at you now. Not doing drugs anymore.
Not doing drugs no more.
Yeah.
I've been sober 5 years.
You've been sober 5 years.
Yes. I have a life today. I don't break the law. I live life to the best of my ability.
So you've been in prison in and out for like 22 years.
Absolutely.
And you use drugs for about how many years you use the drug?
40.
So 40 years. Wow.
I'm 59. Maybe longer than 40.
Yeah, really. Wow. So when do you decide to stop using drugs?
When?
Yeah, when do you decide to stop using drugs? Like you came one day to
I decided. I've gotten sober a couple times. A year here, 2 years
Yeah.
here, and I just end up going back out and using again. But I got tired
like
of
the last
seeing
time. Yeah.
my friends doing good, continuously
Yeah.
doing good, having their life together because they're sober today.
Okay.
So I wanted what they had.
Yeah.
And that's my goal
Yeah.
to have a better life.
Yeah.
To experience good things in my life. Today I got everything I need.
Yeah.
I may not have everything I want, but I
Yeah.
got everything I need.
Yeah.
I didn't have a driver's license
Okay.
until I was 55 years old.
Wow.
I've had my license now 4 years. Uh, I'm trustworthy today.
Yeah.
I show up when I'm supposed to show up. I go to work every day,
Yeah.
unless I can't make it, unless I'm sick.
Yeah.
Like I'm sick today.
Yeah, like you.
But yeah, life is good, man. I've learned a lot in the last 5 years.
Yeah.
I wish I would have known what I know today back then. My life probably would have been a lot different.
Yeah.
But I'm grateful, man. I'm just grateful. I'm grateful to AA because I'm in AA in the 12 steps of Alcoholics Anonymous. I'm grateful for the friends I have today.
What's the AA meeting? So for these people who doesn't know about AA meetings,
AA is Alcoholics Anonymous.
Alcohol Anonymous.
Alcoholics Anonymous. You don't have to be just an alcoholic
Yeah.
to go to AA. You can be a drug addict.
Yeah.
They have AA, they have NA, they have CA, they have all kinds of AA.
Yeah.
Uh, so
Wow. So you go to the meetings every week,
I
or
go at least 3 times a week.
at least 3 times a
At
week.
least 3 times a week, I go to a meeting.
Wow.
You know, that's where I get my medicine.
Yeah.
You know, that's what we call it, medicine.
Okay.
You know, I go to keep myself active in the program, to remember
Yeah.
where I came from,
Yeah.
remember what it was like and what it's like now.
Yeah.
You know, I don't ever want to go back to that old life.
Yeah.
I won't. I don't ever want to forget it,
Yeah.
because once you forget where you were,
Yeah.
you could end up back there,
You end up back
and you
there.
don't want to end up back
Yeah, for sure.
there. So, yeah, today I'm just grateful,
You just grateful.
and I'm
That's good.
thank you for allowing me to speak.
Yeah. We bring in a message for the youth, or even those who are right now in drugs.
Anybody having a problem with
Anybody having
alcohol
a
and
problem
drugs,
with alcohol and drugs, they can see, through you, if you can change your life, if you can change, they can change too.
if I can change, anybody
Anybody
can change.
can change.
Absolutely.
So as long we want, if I wanted to change, I'm gonna change. But if you don't want it to change, you're not gonna change.
You gotta want it.
You gotta want it.
Absolutely.
So we are at the really end of this video. We don't want to go too long. Uh, so I want to ask you the last question. I want you to leave a message. Uh, for those who will hear this testimony. What's your message for those who's gonna hear this testimony, who's gonna watch this video uh, about not to do drugs, to do the right thing? What's the message for this youth?
The message is,
Yeah.
especially if you're young,
Yeah.
uh, nowadays they have drugs out there that are killing people,
Yeah.
and it's like playing Russian roulette with your life.
Yeah.
We see a lot of homelessness nowadays. We don't want to see people. You don't want to be like that. You don't want to be begging on the corner for money, robbing people's houses, stealing people's cars, and ending up in jail and prison,
Yeah.
because it's not a place you want to be.
Yeah.
They're taking lives in there too. So the message is: get grateful, get God in your life, and stay on the right path.
Stay on the right path.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for your testimony. Hopefully it can change someone's life. Muchas gracias por ver este video. Así que te vamos a pedir que si le puedes dar un me gusta y compartir y suscribirte a nuestro canal para seguir subiendo más contenido de este. All right. Say bye bye. Perfect. Thank you, brother. All right.